at the bottom of the ocean. I'm at the bottom of the sea. I'm gonna stay down, down. I'm just stuck here in a dream. I'm at the bottom of the ocean. I'm at the bottom of the sea. I'm gonna stay down, down. I'm just stuck here in a dream. At the bottom of the ocean. I'm at the bottom of the sea. I'm gonna stay down, down. I'm just stuck here in a dream.
There are many simple things in the world. Shovels. They are all different. Gardening shovel. Unloading shovel. Children's shovel. But there is also a different shovel. We use it when we come to the position. In short time, it helps us dig a trench which saves us from bullets. If a tank will pass over the trench, there is a high probability that it will not cause any harm to the soldier. We dig in the ground, deeper, and then connect the trenches with our friends to the left. In just a few hours, trenches are all connected. When we do not have an axe, we can use a shovel to cut a loaf of bread. A soldier uses a shovel as a paddle, crossing the wide river under enemy fire. If we run out of ammunition, we will use a shovel again. shovel again, and build around us an impregnable fortress. This fortress is defended by the army of Ukraine, our army.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Do you ever have one of those moments where you think, how the hell did I get here? Jeez, what happened to me? I was ruling the galaxy. Had a cherry new battle station. I mean, this place had an omelet bar. A straight-up omelet bar. And now look. My former interns tossing me down a bottomless freaking pit. You know, come to think of it, my whole life has been a series of what the moments. That was my out.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I looked my woman in the eye sockets. I told her straight out. I just said it, man. I said it. I said, bitch, I'm the man of the house.
Yeah, you said bitch, though. You called your wife a bitch.
Yeah.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Break them off some.
Broadcasting live. And I have my mic off this time. From the Functional Veterans Center of Excellence, this 11 March 2024, in the year of our everlasting dumpster fire. Wait, I thought we were like, last year we were St. Javelin. This was St. Wait, which one? I can't remember which one it was. The year of St. I can't remember, man. I'm forget.
It all blends together.
I was about to say, it's starting to fucking blur together and shit. Just want to give a shout out, and well, not really a shout out. I just want to say fuck off to Russia and fuck off to Belarus. The last time we were having glitchy issues is because somebody tried to jump into our network and try to get us up there. So fuck off, Ivan. You can kiss my ass. And also, they have they blocked and muted. I think it was Cause's show and my show. So
wow,
eat a dick, Putin. There you go. So
see, I just would assume somebody was trying to hack in so they could join in on the robust conversation for their own edification, is what I was assuming.
You know, all they got to do is just ask. They just have to ask, and then we're ready to go. We would be honored if you would join us. You know, that kind of talk and stuff like that.
Yeah. You even give Vladimir his own square.
Yeah,
so
he was pissed, dude. Bro, he was fucking pissed. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Why is this shit acting glitchy? I'm starting looking through the logs and stuff. I'm seeing CQ shit getting fucked with. I'm like, what's going on, man? Man, I'm just like, oh, this is some BS. So yeah, we posted up earlier, and we had a lot of course, you had all those fucking haters. Oh, you sure you're fucking? Yeah, dude, we're sure. You know, you rest assured that you don't like what we post here, Ivan. Then you can go to. Does Russia have a WTF moments?
That would be fantastic. Russia is the WTF moment.
Yeah, exactly that. Russia is a giant WTF moment. If anything else, their campaign and their war in Ukraine has been they've been getting fucked up.
Yep.
The use of drone technology. Oh, there we go. I'm seeing some. Okay, look, we're broadcasting on the X app, and now we were tweaking with the chats, and we activated the chats, and the chats are up now. So if you're listening on X, you can chat in there, and I'll see it. So I'll see like the Tortured Soldiers Department. That person just made a comment in there.
Oh hell yeah!
So and then we had Chupacabras, or I can't remember his name in there. Anyways, he was in there last time. So this is some good shit. Oh, we already got a question. What do you think about the Army today compared to the good old years? Man, I'm going to tell you what. The good old years has kind of changed its meaning. I will say the good old years. When we talk about, the Army's woke, the military's woke. I think the military has gotten more sensitive to a lot of things that normally back in the day we would not have gotten. You know what I mean? If we said something was put out in formation or something was put out in information, no one would get the ass and complain and say this violated whatever. You know what I mean? We have matured in that aspect to ensuring that, we're accommodating specific groups and stuff like that, which doesn't bother me any. I mean, it's just, the Army policy on equal opportunity and sexual harassment is just don't be a fucking asshole. Don't discriminate, sex, creed, religion, or any orientation or background or whatever. I mean, that's kind of like been the hallmark of Army equal opportunity for a long time. Now, The good old years, I'm going to tell you what. This isn't a plug for Hots and Cots, by the way, but I had 3 Hots and a Cot. I didn't have to worry about my fucking barracks being moldy. I didn't have to worry about my DFAC being closed. I didn't have to, I'm going to tell you that I kind of feel bad for the troops. They're the good old years. I would say, yeah, you're right. The good old years, the troops have it pretty fucking. They're sucking in this stuff right now. Of course, this is not a plug for Hots and Cots, but if you want to go ahead and download the app, if you look at the top of U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio, you will see our collaborative app. I should say, our collaborative app, our collaborative app. With Hots and Cots. If you go to the top of U.S. Army WTF Moments, or if you go to the top of WTF Nation Radio, you'll see Hots and Cots.
Bam.
And bam, you'll see it right there. You'll see boop, boop.
Oh,
you'll see, look at that. Hots and Cots right there in the top. Everything that has to do with all the stuff that, again, because I have relinquished the duties of the Mold Task Force, I have stepped back a little bit so that way the Hots and Cots app can work. So again, this was not a plug for Hots and Cots. I'm just putting it out there. I'd rather have the advert out there right now than later. But Hots and Cots app. Anything that has to do with facilities, anything that has to do with lactation stations, anything that has to do with your barracks, anything that has to do with your DFAC. Those fucking kiosks, man, I'm telling you, man. Those kiosks. Now look, This is not it's not like some general sat around at Fort Carson or what was it up in Alaska, said, you know what, I'm really not gonna I don't care about my soldiers, chow. Let's do this kiosk idea. No one's wanting this kiosk shit. This is being shoved down most of the tenant units that are on these installations where it's happening. So I know, look, Fourth ID gets beat up a lot, but I'm gonna tell you what right now, the kiosks thing, I would guarantee it. The leadership would not want it. Everyone's willing to test something to see if it works, but we're obviously seeing some serious growing pains with this kiosk idea, and I just don't think it's working out. I just think they should torpedo it. That maybe they should have done it to like a smaller installation.
Yeah,
you know, had something like that with some sort of kiosk idea. But to do it right now with a large formation like the 4th Infantry Division, I guarantee you that shit not going to work at Fort Hood.
Yeah. But I mean, in general, I like things with kiosks, just as a general rule of thumb. So, you know, good idea, bad execution, perhaps.
Yeah, I think it's also a bad rollout too.
Yeah.
Look how we rolled out with the ACFT. Look how we rolled out, you know, this. I didn't even know what kiosk was happening until all of a sudden people were like just flooding the inbox, saying, "Hey, we got this happening. We are not getting anything to eat, and oh, by the way, the DFAC is going to be closed over the weekend." And then now we have to grab all our chow for the weekend on a Friday, and there might not be chow left. And I'm thinking, holy crap, what, dude, what's going on? I know for a fact, that commanders don't want this shit. I've spoken to some leaders out at Fort Carson, and they're like, what the hell? It's actually more frustrating to deal with this, having to feed the troops now than the what you use it, the fucking because then now they have to worry about their soldiers eating. Now they have to worry about having making sure the soldiers got some chow. Now they have to worry about their soldiers you know, are they going to be able to eat? It's like I kind of made a joke on Twitter a few days ago or something like that, the day before yesterday or something like that, I can't remember. Like you said, time blends together. And I said that you know, can't be worried about soldiers on a weight program if they don't eat. I mean, it's fucked up. You know, it's fucked up. I mean, again, because now if you looked at the chow that's in a kiosk, it's a lot of the shit that a lot of leaders are complaining that soldiers aren't eating anyways. They're going, well, look at the soldiers, they're eating fucking fucked up, you know, shopette food. And they're, you know, if they push away from the table, blah, blah, blah. And then you look at a kiosk and all you see is that processed shopette food. And it's not going to do anything any good. Yeah, again, this wasn't a plug for Hots and Cots to start dragging the kiosk at Fort Carson. I feel for those I feel for the leadership too, because they're like, what the fuck are we gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah. When I heard kiosk, I immediately just pictured like a giant cool ass fucking claw machine with just MREs piled in that shit, and you just pump it in with your scanning your fucking cat card in there, and you get a couple turns with the old claw machine. MRE.
That's an idea. Yeah, maybe they should just put like, you know, because you know. McDonald's has automated kiosks for their food. So, welcome to the 4th Infantry Division kiosk. How can we help you today? Would you like breakfast, lunch, brunch, or dinner? Boop, you hit lunch. Okay, we have these meals, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you order, boop, 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 boop. Item selected. Please ensure that you insert your CAC. Put the CAC, insert your PIN number. This number will be taken out of your BAS. And that's it. And then go down to the, or please go to the, I don't know, the extraction chute or something, whatever you want to fucking call it. Please go to the end of the counter. Please go to the end of the counter to receive your chow. Thank you very much for shopping at the kiosk at 4th Infantry Division. You know, and that's it.
Lovely. Yeah.
That Smoke Pit says, obviously it's a discipline problem. Boy, man. General Eisenhower at 1st Armored Division got a lot of shit for that discipline shit, right? Didn't he? I don't mind the meme. I don't mind the jokes. You can always say that. It's discipline. Yes, it's bright in my room. I know, dude. It's fucking shit. This daylight savings time's fucked me up. I'm usually operating pretty good behind a cave, and I'm like all lit up. You can see everything.
You're a bright beacon of W2F.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, guys. But anyways, yeah, so the kiosk idea, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I am not going to continuously bash the kiosk idea, but I am going to fucking, I'm going to bash it because it's a bad idea. Again, I hang in there, leaders at our 4th Infantry Division. Hang in there, man. We know you guys are fucking just dealing with some shit that the Army just decided to give you. Red Fort. My wife's cousin went to the Philippines to visit his girlfriend. Huh? What?
That's cool.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Red. He says he ate like a pig there because he lost weight because the food is better. Yeah, you know, a lot less preservatives. You know, you bring up a good point, Red. You're right. My time serving overseas and living amongst the locals, I have had some of their dietary fucking requirements, and because that's all they could eat. And I ate so much, but I did lose weight because the way the food is made, it's prepared, exactly not processed.
Yeah.
We were robbed of our hover cars. What was our hover cars? We needed some flying Humvees. But anyways, yeah, dude, it just, I feel sorry for the troops, man. I feel bad. I don't.
Yeah. It's a whole weird set of struggles. You wouldn't like if you were to go back. I'm not even that long ago. We'll say fucking 15, 20, well, 20, we'll say 20 years ago. 20 years ago.
I was there.
Like,
yep.
right. The way shit's going on now, like some of it's borderline unfathomable, just in the way, I don't know, it's like this weird two-edged sword. Like there's some things like the guy talking about, the old days, in the sense of possible some mental fortitude and some other stuff like that. But they're also like you said, your day-to-day barracks conditions weren't fucking filled with mold, and you weren't eating out of a kiosk. So they're like the struggles are just something you wouldn't think that you would have come across in the old army. They're a different type of struggle.
No, you're right. These are new. Yeah, these are new struggles. This is a different struggle because, like I said, I wasn't on the struggle bus. I was stationed at the great place, Fort Hood, now Fort Cavazos.
Yeah,
I was stationed at Fort Hood. I can wake up in the morning after PT, and I do PT with the company, and whatever with my platoon, and then I go back to the barracks to perform personal hygiene, and I try and knock that shit out. I could walk down the sidewalk to my DFAC, eat my grub, quick. Dude, it wasn't a big ass fucking line. I could just go ahead and eat. There was 2 DFACs you can eat at. And the ones that was near my barracks was I could walk there. I walked there and got some chow, ate up, and then I was able to walk over to the to the flight line or to the company, wherever. There was a little bit of a walking distance to get to work, but once I had a POV, it was good. But still, it was just. You're right. It's some of the things that you would think would not be struggles. Would not be a struggle. Now we're like, and what's funny is that we're like Matt Damon is like big time. It's like, it's like this new thing. Okay, well then don't close the fucking DFACs. How about that?
Yeah.
Don't close the DFACs, and there you go. That's one problem solved. Tell the Army, no, I am not going to have my installation with this kiosk because I saw how Fort Carson's doing it. And Fort Carson, those guys are now focusing that static on getting the soldiers food as opposed to training and doing whatever. Now, do I think that the Army has not allowed, or I should say the force, the soldiers have not seen just standard things that we did back in the Army? Like, come on, you're not gonna get off early if there's some fucking railroading shit to do. You're not gonna fucking you're not gonna get out early if you're getting ready for the fucking field. You're not gonna get out early if just some things that we expected to happen because we know it was.
Yeah.
Well, we're about ready to take off, so I know we're going to be railroading all fucking night.
Right.
There we go. So we're railroading all night, or we're getting ready for.
What do you mean I don't get my birthday off?
Yeah, in another, when there wasn't an environment and shit like that, that didn't bother me. That right there, that we weren't getting ready for an FTX, we weren't getting ready for an STX, we weren't getting ready for fucking a JRTC rotation, or we weren't getting ready, for our deployment. And there was time where I could allow that as a first sergeant. I said, yeah, go take a birthday off. Go ahead. Don't give a shit, or fucking, or when somebody had when someone had a child, I would get the head shed together and we would pitch our money together and we would make these, baskets and stuff. And me as Uncle First Sergeant would go over to the hospital and deliver, or we'd have the person, to come back and we would present them as the command leadership. But it was just like permissive when it was time permissive. Yes, you could do that. But there's a report that Davis Wiki did out, ironically on the 4th ID, that talked about the op tempo and the suicides that have been happening in that organization. It's going to get posted up on the main page pretty soon, so keep an eye on that, and then we'll probably talk about it during Sergeant's time. But yeah, it's again. So that question that you guys asked me about the good old days as opposed to this, I think due to the fact that the advent of social media and the way we have smartphones, we're hovering over our, it's like we're helicopter parents on our soldiers. And I just think that's, I'll be honest with you, when Facebook went down and everyone was like fucking like lost, there was a moment of zen. There was a moment, social media, specifically because U.S. Army WTF Moments is primarily on Facebook, but it was just like, and I can imagine all the Facebook leadership, all the leaders out there that harangued or harassed their soldiers, whether it be on Facebook or Signal. That seems to be the new hotness. And they were just, I don't know. I was getting text messages to my phone. And I'm like, how'd you get my phone number? And then I'm like, oh yeah, I gave it to you back on the day. And I saw the message like, hey, what's going on? Everything okay? I'm like, what's going on? What do you mean what's going on? I'm sitting here eating brunch. You know, I'm eating chow or something like that. Yeah, Facebook is down. Well, don't look at me. I didn't fucking do anything. You know, I did. So,
how could you let this happen?
Yeah. Then I scrolled up. I scrolled up on the thing because I was thinking to myself, how does this person get my fucking number? Shit, man. That's okay. That person. Yeah. If the soldiers are getting out and telling everyone about how fucked up the leaders are, then it's going to impact recruiting. That's right. It is. You know, you were right. We're recruiting families. The soldiers that served during the global war on terror are now pretty senior now, and they're going to get out. And what their children have seen during the global war on terror is what is going to be the factor. Yeah. I always tell the troops, man, hey man, you fucking serve your fucking country. You see it as a calling, fucking go for it, man. Don't let one organization fucking ruin it for you. But if the organization's allowing kiosks, man, it's hard for me to sell that. It's hard for me to sell to the soldiers to keep going. I mean, that's why we do our photos of the week. We do the photos of the week because we want to highlight the Army and hey, look, man, we're out there's soldiers out there getting it. So it's a bad, it's I don't know, it's something that it's hard to wait because somebody's experience that didn't get dealt with, that didn't happen while they were in, they're going to tell their children or they're going to tell their brother and sister. Yeah. They're going to tell their family members, hey, I don't give a fuck about whatever. And then they're not going to serve. They're not going to want to serve. And so,
but in true large organization as large organizations work, the military in general, the machine has been so slow to embrace and to actually do anything with social media and with the new technology, right? It fought against it for so long, and in some cases still does. They've done a lot to shoot themselves in the foot in that regard, right? And now that they're starting to adopt it, and then there's things that try to work for recruiting, but really it works against itself. Like for everything, it's just they've been so slow to adopt the process, and it's not fucking going anywhere. You know,
you bring up well, the thing is you bring up a good point. Is that there was a time the Army was actually active and their leaders were getting active on social media, say around the 2018, 2019 time, I'd say maybe the end of 2017. And they started getting more and more active on social media. And now they're not. Yeah. As a matter of fact, now not only are they not, but now they're hiding behind the shadows, sharpshooting all the soldiers that are on fucking social media. Yeah. And picking and choosing of what they can or cannot say on social media or what they feel is not. Now, look, hey, just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's disrespect. Yeah. That whole fucking, this is disrespectful to you. You're being disrespectful.
I think TikTok blinded the fuck out of everybody because it just kind of blew up so fast. And like you said, our military is very involved in Facebook, starting on the ex Twitters a little bit and some of that. Yep. And TikTok is just a whole different animal than all of those things combined. And it blew up so big and it became such a force. And it was like, oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't use that. You can't say that. You can't do that. And the optics have been handled very poorly with that platform specifically.
You know, you bring up a good point because it's been proven and it's already on several newscasts and different discussions. Interesting that you say they started on social media 2004. Well, the reason why I say that is because 2004 was really a prevalent time because of the advancement of smartphones. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, you could not screenshot something. Back in the day, you could not get full motion video to be as clear as we get it now. Like, for instance, some of you are probably watching this on your phone. You wouldn't be able to get that back in the day. Yeah. So it's like back in the day, it'd have been kind of MySpace was, yep, you're right. MySpace was kind of like a how do I say this? It was like a wavy territory because it wasn't really, I don't know, it wasn't, how do I say it? It was there, but people didn't really use it as much as a communication tool as much as any social media platform now we have today. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you brought that up about TikTok.
And you just use a funny keyword too, is tool, because that's how the military, like, they were early adopters, but it was always utilitarian. It was never an engagement platform.
Correct.
As much as it was a communication tool.
Correct.
Not a thing. Anyway, continue. I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry.
No. Think about this. Think about this. TikTok, and this, like I said, this is back to several newscasts and several news journal, television shows, news magazine, I guess you want to call it. And TikTok here is different than TikTok overseas in China. Now, yes. You know me, I always fucking rag on Xi Jinping and his with Winnie the Pooh memes and stuff like that. But was this the last time we had problems when we were talking about Xi Jinping? We got cut off. Yeah, yes. We did. Yeah. I'm just wait a minute. I'll start sounding like Alex Jones again. Anyways, memes happen, and this bullshit here with these guys with the fucking memes with WTF. Anyways, but what the thing was is that TikTok overseas or in China is more education than anything else. It's like someone got fucking Animal Planet and the History Channel and arts and crafts and stuff, anything that had to do with education put into TikTok there. And then there's some entertainment that's only there for like a little bit, but the majority of it is historical stuff like that. It's opposite. Is completely opposite. We have the most outlandish people that for some reason they get a huge following. And then they go, did you know that this thing right here? Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? And did you know? Let me do this.
Share my esoteric knowledge.
Let me just throw the stitch. You see that? You see that ghost right there? Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? And the next thing you're like, fucking, all right. I kind of see what's happening here I see what you're trying to tell with the story.
Yeah.
But who are you?
Right. They're an expert, obviously.
They're experts and experts of experts. Oh yeah. I mean, we have individuals but it's like in the veteran community. I know veterans don't like when I say this shit, but even in the veteran community, when you got that one guy that's, been in the army for like, I don't know, a tour, did like one rotation in Afghanistan or maybe Iraq, and they come back trying to spew some shit like, damn, bro, goddamn, it's Jason Bourne. Were you there when the fucking Pentagon was asking you all this shit? I mean, what happened? Why'd you get out? What happened? What's going on, bro? I only know what I know. That's with me. And of course, and we're like, who are we to say the same thing? Because we're doing the same shit. We're both veterans shooting the shit, talking about, whatever. But yeah, the TikTok now, it's just like, I'll be honest with you. There's currently a law right now that's supposedly going to be passing to ban TikTok, and people are losing their shit. People are losing their minds more about TikTok getting cut. Which is kind of funny, is because they were crying when Elon bought Twitter to become X. That right there to me was fucking hilarious. But yeah, exactly. Our girl on fire. A lot of unqualified experts on TikTok. Dude, oh my God. You know how many times I get Ken-splained or psyop-splained on what psyop is? Every fucking, it's like I'll get a DM. Did you see this? Hey, what's up with this? Oh yeah, so-and-so said this, so-and-so said that, and so-and-so said this, and this is this. Yeah, where'd they work? They worked in Intel. Oh my fucking dude, I'm like, the same thing would be like Coast Guard people or people who drive a ship or fly. If I see a TikTok of like jet planes or something like that, and there's a pilot talking, and the dude's getting in a fucking or a girl's getting in an F-18, and they're doing the thing, they're fighting and talking about Top Gun and talking about whatever. You're like, fuck yeah, dude, that's an expert. That's somebody there. But when it's somebody that's sitting there in their car,
right.
I'm tired of this bullshit. This motherfucker. You know what that sign means right here? Stitch coming. There's a stitch coming. I don't know why. I don't know why I used a Southern accent, but it just
It's accurate.
Well, some of it too. Some of it is also the the different we want to call red or red state or red.
Yeah.
Um,
All I know, I ain't seen no picture of no goddamn space ball.
what's up with that?
Shit's flat, and you can't prove otherwise.
You
You ain't seen it, have you?
Did you see this? See that right there? Stitch coming. Stitch coming. I don't think the Earth is fucking round, and don't be a bootlicker, you goddamn oath breaker. And I'm like, dude, there's like countless stars. And
Wake up, sheeple.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Wake up, sheeple with the Eminem music background. You know who I'm talking about. Oh. Yeah. And that's the thing too.
We're psyoping your psyop.
Oh my God, that's another thing too. Everything's a psyop. Oh my fucking God, no, it's not. It was a poorly executed marketing plan. Not a psyop or a psyop. It doesn't mean just because now look, that my psyop plan would to get Jimmy Kimmel to stop being on the goddamn Oscars because every time he's always in there, he just fucks it up. He just. Yeah. I can't go watch. It's like the fucking drunk uncle that nobody fucking likes that you want to watch. That you're like, oh my God, he's here at the family gathering. Fuck.
I don't understand how he's still just doing his thing, getting paid a lot of money for it.
Yeah,
fucking.
I think
I don't think I've ever met or even spoken to anybody that was like, yeah, I love Jimmy Kimmel. Never. I've met a few people that were like, I like some of his stuff or this and that, but never like a true Jimmy Kimmel fan.
Yeah, like a hardcore. Yeah, like a hardcore one. Like somebody who was like, "Oh yeah, I bought his book. I attended his TED Talk, or whatever, yeah. or I paid attention to a Stitch. You see this? You see this? You see this right here? Stitch coming. I don't. You're right. Come to think of it, I don't fucking know anybody who likes fucking Jimmy Kimmel. He must have. Who the fuck's he? It must be he has an in somewhere to be able to just constantly annoy us with the Oscars. I bet you the Oscars wouldn't tank if Will Smith would slap everybody that fucking annoyed us. It'd be like he'd come off like different areas of the fucking stage. Just different spots. So so here comes like that, and then he's like, "Oh, wait, ladies and gentlemen, whoosh, oh, never mind. I guess he's not going to present or something like that." But I guess Jimmy Kimmel went on there and started shit talking about Robert Downey Jr.'s fucking past. And his drug use and stuff like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Anybody who fights addiction and they rock and they push through it and they're trying to make themselves better, it's kind of like, you know what? I'm proud of you for doing that. That to me is like an accomplishment to where, it's the ones that don't want to get help or the ones that fight people that are trying to say, hey man, we're trying to help you, whatever. As long as they fight through that struggle and they fight through addiction and they're fucking. They're crushing it, and then they all of a sudden they have a resurgence of their career. In Robert Downey Jr.'s case, it's fucking acting, bro. Mm-hmm. Don't hate on it. To me, the way I see it, it's a victory of it's like, yeah, we got it, dude. We got it. You think you're funny, for fucking talking shit about somebody's addiction problems, but Art Girl on Fire says Kimmel is Illuminati for sure. Ooh. Ooh. I'm gonna have to attend my next Masonic meeting and find out. see right there, he just said it on air. He just said it. He's a member of the goddamn Brotherhood. But I'll be honest with you. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. to fucking overcome all that stuff and all that. It's kind of like one of those things like you don't want to bring up because it was something that But to keep having it brought up and thrown in his fucking face every fucking time it comes up, and you're just like, God, dude, that's not. Joke about something else, like joke about how the Iron Man suit's not fitting right, or some shit. Do something to where it's something that's current, but you're trying to go back and scoop back in the fucking past. That's fucked up. I mean, I will say at least. I mean, I thought, I would if I was Robert Downey Jr., I would have said to Jimmy Kimmel out loud, hey, I'm just a dude dressed as another dude acting like another dude. And I think because Jimmy Kimmel's been busted for fucking doing blackface and shit way fucking more than Robert Downey Jr. has. So I'm gonna be honest with you. You can't talk shit, dude, when you're fucking talking about your feelings or whatever. And then it became like a Trump bash moment.
Yeah.
Here, dude, if you just say it. just say you're fucking running out of material that you decided to go political on this stuff when people were just there to watch celebrations and shit.
Yeah, I mean, really, the best thing that Jimmy Kimmel has ever done was Sarah Silverman. And that's really the peak of his adult life.
Did he really?
I think they dated back in like the 90s or some
Did
shit.
they?
Yeah,
Did they really date?
yeah. Was it Jimmy Kimmel? I think
I
it was.
don't know, man. Like I said, I'm not up in that pop culture stuff because
Jimmy Kimmel.
we're counter pop culture warrior.
Yeah.
CQ is pop culture warrior, talking about the positives and all this other stuff.
Now I'm questioning myself, and I was really proud of my Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, no. Go ahead. Look it up. And see what happens. But yeah, dude, I just think that, at that point, dude, stop. I want to see people celebrating, making achievements in film and art, because I'm glad to see that come back.
Yeah.
Also, was verified he did. They did.
Yeah. Oh. Early 2000s. They dated for a hot minute.
Is that why? Wait, is that why she did blackface too? I'm just saying, since people are throwing fucking skeletons out there about what people did in each other's fucking past, then why not?
Right.
He again. I'll be honest with you. Just get a veteran comedian to do fucking the Oscars. See, that's the thing too. The Oscars kind of fucked up on is that they should have rode the support our troops train right there, and they rode that wave, and they should have just like fucking had comedians that or people hosting that were veterans. And just let them roll through every year, or something like that.
Save them a lot of money and drama.
Yeah, because a veteran would be able to fucking have that callous, whatever, and Priscilla Carrera, thank you. Well, we never got that before. Did you ever see that? You don't see that comment? Oh, okay. A good night. Kisses from Panama.
No, very nice.
We got kisses from Panama there. Massey, there we go. Muchas gracias. Thank you for the kisses. Panama. Oh, there you go. CQ gets news articles whenever porn stars off themselves. Damn, dude. What? Did he fucking talk about what happened? What was did I miss that in the last Pop Culture Warrior? What the fuck was that all about?
Straight out of left field.
Yeah,
man.
I was like, oh man.
See what happens when you talk about Jimmy Kimmel? Nothing good can happen. Nothing good.
Oh my God, I know. Anyways, so yeah, I actually watched some of the important stuff, like seeing Robert Downey Jr. get it. That was pretty fucking cool. That was because like I said, that dude's like I said, I for one appreciate someone who's come from a low point of their life and has hit the fucking is just skyrocketing and going. I will applaud their success as well.
Yeah.
A veces son así. Well, sí, yo puedo hablar español, pero el otro no puedo hablar español. Wait, can you speak Spanish?
Me? No.
No, see, that's what I thought, yeah.
I can nod.
Oh, you can. see. Stitch coming. It looked like ice and fucking Massey. We're about ready to go in code. There's Illuminati. But anyways, Rob Riggle would have done it. That'd have been a fucking good thing. Yeah, just have veterans going up. See, they should have rode the veteran, support the troops wave. Had veterans go up there and introduce, mix it in there. Did I see John Cena? No one can see John Cena. I'm just kidding. Yeah, John Cena. Yeah, walking out there naked. I have no idea what was up with that. Seeing Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito come out there, and they were talking about Batman, and immediately they got into character as I played Mr. Freeze and Batman, and I just thought it was hilarious. That was a good bit between those two and Michael Keaton. That was hilarious.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Was your English not so good? It's okay. It's all right. Soldier Mine once said that if you want to move up in the world, you either need to suck dick or play golf, and I don't think Jimmy Kimmel plays golf. I was wondering for the punchline there. Woo! Okay, Red 4.
I don't play golf either.
Exactly. I don't play golf either. That's a good point. How does Jimmy Kimmel get on all these fucking shows, or how does he get selected? Like, who's he? It's like, it can't be his agent. It has to be like, you want to talk about nepotism. I think there's some nepotism going on with that shit.
Yeah.
Let me see Kimmel. How come Kimmel is always on? How come Kimmel is always on the Oscars?
Because you see this in frame. I want to know what's off frame.
Yeah.
Right? That's all I know.
Because you're never going to see anything good that happens with him hosting, ever. Everyone will say he's fucking cringe. Everyone will say he always says the wrong thing. Everyone says he's not sensitive. Everyone thinks that he's insensitive. Everyone thinks that some of his lines and all that stuff. It's just the host. Let me see what happens if I just Google that shit. Yeah. Oh yeah. Variety magazine even says Ellen was canceled. That's why canceled. Is Jimmy Kimmel the permanent Oscar host? Ooh, that's another one. Why does he always? Yeah, I'm looking at all these fucking articles and comments in here. I don't think he should do it. I think the Oscars should shift their and like I said, have veterans do it. That's just me.
Yeah,
just have veterans do it. Have veterans show up, just to be the host. You can be like
or Louis C.K.
What's that?
And just bring back Louis C.K. as well. Let's just put him right back in there.
Let's put back comedians in there. Exactly that. Yeah, just put the comedians in there and all that. Because like I said, I don't.
Well, technically, though, some people consider Jimmy Kimmel a comedian, so that's too broad of a brush to paint with there.
Yeah. Anyways, I wonder if they ever have Dave. I wonder if they have any Dave Chappelle would ever go on there.
That'd be fantastic.
I'd fucking love to see Dave Chappelle on there. I missed the Billy Crystal day. Yeah, Billy Crystal. Yeah, that's old. The heyday of 80s, 90s Hollywood. That was fucking awesome. Ellen was canceled. That was why. King says he kissed the ring. That's why. There was some. It's one of life's great mysteries. Kimmel and Brian Stelter, how do they keep getting their own shows? Exactly. It's like, exactly. I'm like, somebody was like, either taking edibles or snorting in the fucking boardroom. I got an idea. Let's make Jimmy Kimmel. Let's make Jimmy Kimmel the fucking host of the Oscars. Yeah, exactly. And then make bad jokes about fucking Robert Downey Jr. Oh yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's funny. Sorry. I'm not gonna think it's funny. If anything else, he should have been. That should be just somebody else, man. And of course,
really?
Go ahead.
What's that?
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, with all the honors she's been receiving recently, we should just let Taylor Swift host fucking everything.
Oh yeah. Art Girl says Steve Martin and Martin Short could co-host together. That would be a fun.
Well, throwback time.
Yeah, that's some throwbacks right there. That would be kind of cool. But again, I'm just like, man, dude, he just doesn't do it. Just like I said, who do you think you could do better? I don't know. I'd try it.
I could.
I
say that. Never hosted anything in my life. I will absolutely fucking host the Oscars better than Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, I think. I think so too. I think we should. Hey, Academy, you should bring up each member of the WTF Moments team and do it for like each year or something. Or we could just rotate on there. I know Spanky would show up with a bag of snacks. She'd have a little bag. All right, for your nominees for Best Actor, or.
Yeah.
I'd have to take a couple of drinks or something like that yeah, because I don't know. I don't think he's funny. But anyhow, yeah, John Cena was naked. Okay, so we were on. We had Hots and Cots during the freaking what's it? It's the State of the Union. Did you catch that? Did you catch any excerpts of that?
No, I did not. No,
bro, I did, and that's what
it's been a fuck of a last week or so.
Oh,
so
yeah, man, bro, this all I saw was him just yelling.
That's a great shot, though.
He's just yelling. That's all he was doing, yelling. Every time I see him speak, he's yelling. He gets all mad and just starts screaming and like I said, everyone said he was on his uppers pretty good that night.
Yeah,
I watched some of it, but I was like, I just couldn't stomach it anymore.
I've absolutely seen that face from my grandparents before. 100%.
Yelling at the clouds.
My grandfather hated cats, hated neighbors' cats. I always kept a pellet gun by his door, and would, like, if neighborhood cats came in the yard, he would shoot the shit out of all the cats. That's the look when the fucking cat came in the yard right before
He's
the
out
BB gun
there.
came out.
He's
I
out there.
told you.
He's out there. Yeah, man. It's all he was doing was screaming.
Yeah.
I don't feel unified. I feel as a minority, I don't feel like I'm being spoken about. I don't feel like I'm being catered to. As a matter of fact, I feel like I'm being veteran-splained or mansplained or how do I say, wait, not mansplained, other party-splained, or you trying to get me to your party-splained. I feel like I'm being told how to be Latinx or being Latinx or Latino splained, because that's what they want to call it. Because you notice they always drop off the Latinx shit and start going off on Latinos and saying Latino this, Latino that. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, dude, that's all I saw was just going off. He was given. There was a little controversy with that he said that he said the word illegal. Oh no, he said the word illegal.
He said the I word.
He said the I. Now, everyone was saying how many. I guess there was some there was some drinking game, and I looked at the card and I'm thinking, yeah, dude, I'm not gonna drink to anything that he says because I'd be in a stupor. But yeah, all those days of being the hey, you're a unifier, you're unifying. I didn't feel unified.
No unification.
No unification whatsoever. Now it's always blaming the Republicans for everything. Now everything's everyone's fault, but this administration that is in the office. And I'm just kind of like, you could fucking do something about this. You can do something. So yeah, he was just like, it just some of the quirks in here, just talking about how Democrats this, Republicans that, and we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. And blah, blah, and just talk, dude. He just started mishmashing a bunch of shit, and I'm like, dude, is he like? Yeah, I was like, dude, I was literally. You ever see that movie Dave? Did you ever see that movie Dave with Kevin Kline and Sigourney Weaver and Frank Langella? Great fucking film.
Yes.
About the president who has a stroke or something like that, or has a heart attack. I can't remember what it was while he was banging one of his fucking interns or something like that.
Right.
And then they put in a guy that's like looks just like him.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes in there, and the next thing you know, he starts doing shit that the people who put him in there didn't expect him to do. Like he balances the fucking budget. He starts fucking like he starts doing, I don't know, he starts doing governing shit. He starts acting more presidential and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good movie. If you ever watch that movie, Dave. I was expecting him to stroke out. I was expecting him to fucking. And then the interviews afterwards, when he was talking, he was dude, he was bumbling like crazy. I'm like thinking, dude, you can't tell me now all of a sudden that it's a good idea to have this old fucker. Now and stop before anyone's like, what about Trump? Yeah, fuck him. He's old too.
Right.
It's like now we have to decide between two of the most fucking ornery, crankiest old persons. And that's all we have. That's it.
Yeah.
The last few primaries I've written myself in. So if you see Ken Ramos like with that 0.10010% of the vote, then
There's an old guy in the town I grew up that wrote himself in for president every fucking election cycle. Every single one for the entirety of his life. It was fantastic.
Yeah. I again, what I don't get is that no one wants to admit. It's okay to say that he's fucking wrong. It's okay to say he's fucking old. But immediately when they say he's old, that immediately jumps to Trump. What about Trump? Trump said this. Yeah, we're all fucking saying that. We're all saying they're both fucking old.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a video that was just popping up on TikTok, and I don't know how recent it was to fact check it, but it was at a Trump rally. And again, don't know how recent it was, but some dude was trying to rush the stage. Somebody yelled out. He turned around like he was going to fight the motherfucker before the cops came, and the rest of the guy and everybody at the comms were like, see, that's the kind of president we need, the type of president that'll turn and fight. I was like, he's 77. He's going to get the shit kicked out of him whether he was ready to fight or not.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to take a good hit and break a couple bones or some shit like that. And right now we're seeing. Wait, are you talking about Trump or are you talking about Biden? Because they're both the same. The way they both walk and shit. Oh my God, dude! I'm like,
and I'm sure there's exceptions, but I'm going to go ahead and put my money, or I'll go ahead and say that I don't think that there are many 80-year-old men that I couldn't take in a fight in the current shape that I'm in right now. I'm sure there are some that would whip the shit out of me, but the vast majority I'm pretty comfortable with.
I think everyone's pretty comfortable that they could take on an 80-year-old person, whether they're a president or not. And you would, well, unless you're Jake Paul and fucking Mike Tyson, that's the fight that I want to see. That's going to be that's going to be a fight for the ages, because I don't know. I think Mike Tyson's getting pretty pissed off of everyone talking about his age too. But
he is.
But for his age, he's fucking people up.
Yeah.
Take on RFK Jr. Yeah. See, that's the thing too. Look who we fucking got now, man. Look who we have.
Yeah.
I almost feel like just saying, vote nobody. Just fucking. But then again, there's going to be that one person, if you don't vote, that fucking, we're fucked. We're damned if we do and we're damned if we don't on both sides. I don't really think
what's going to happen in about 20 years is you're going to see fucking Jimmy Kimmel hitting the ballot, somehow get elected president, and everybody's going to be like, how the fuck did he get here?
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly. Well, that's the other thing, because remember, Biden came in late when he got elected. When during that election, he came in late. He came in fucking, like, all these people were just falling off. All people were going back and forth, and all of a sudden he just popped up. He just showed up, and the next thing you know, everyone's like, "Oh yeah!" Everyone saw him all cranky and shit, telling people if they didn't vote for them, then they weren't black, they weren't Latino, then they didn't understand. Immediately, every one of his fucking fans were like saying, "Well, now you're a fascist if you don't vote for him or whatever." I don't know how to vote for anybody.
Yeah, like, joke's on you. I was already a fascist.
Just like you. Yeah, exactly. Joke's on you. The militia's ready. Wait a minute. What happened to the signal? Just kidding. We're kidding. This is pure hyperbole. We are not just like trashing like something like that. Oh man.
I meant all of that. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, exactly.
All the other stuff. Totally kidding.
Ashley's just sitting there watching us going back and forth, just listening to shit. We're going back and forth. We should just, like, maybe we should take a break. She's got to say some shit too. I don't want to steal her thunder. But anyways, yeah, dude. So yeah, again, old people, they're just old people. I'm sorry. It's just like, we're not going to have an old person drive at that age. Think about it. Imagine these fuckers driving. That's how you want them to be president. That's how you want these guys to, like, with their finger on the button or dealing with the current crises that we have going on right now. Like, bro, you're not gonna fucking nah, yeah. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. So, anywho, we're gonna take a break right quick, and that way we can get the guests prepped up to go, and we'll be right back. So with Ashley and repping a Club 214. So refill your glasses, and get ready for the next portion. So everyone, shots. See you.
If that's really a thing, and I get authorized to do it once, it's pretty much gonna be me sitting there talking shit, like, constantly.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
All you techies and TV addicts, don't mean to this, don't mean to bring static. All you Klingons in your grandma's house, grab your backstreet friend and get loud. Blowing doors off inches, grab you with the pinches. And no, I didn't retire, I'll snatch it off with the needle nose pliers. Never seen before. Gliding in the glaze, like gold in the like a person with the bass, so not goofy like there in a hate, so I'm a hip-hop, making it nice with practice, we running that you know, alright. Shit, don't believe when they say I'm no better than you. Except when I rap, so I guess it ain't true like that, Joel, and you just don't stop. Guaranteed to make your body rock. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Let's turn this party out. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Let's turn this party out.
Say, Doc, what's the condition? I'm a man that's on a mission. Said, son, you better listen. Stuck in your what is an electrician. Like the scientist. When I'm applying this method of controlling my mind like Einstein rapped the Juku Plus.
Now, hey, nigga, mama, now what the deal? I didn't know you go for that mass appeal. So call it Luigi, some my potato. I stole your mic, but you won't see it later. Cause I work magic like a magician. I add up the mathematician and the bank cashier, engineer. I wear cotton. Gonna cruise past ya. Don't money, don't jump yourself. Put that back on the shelf. Blazing, yeah, I phase him. My crew's amazing. We're working on the record, y'all, so just stay patient. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Let's turn this party out. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Let's turn this party out. Now I go by the name of the King Afro. I don't wear a cup nor a job. I bring the that's beyond bizarre, like Miss Piggy. I am the one with the clientele. You say I'd rock, you rock so well. I got class like pink champagne. Let's see, ain't got. bad? Is this where you draw the line? 'Cause it's so sad. Tell me where you lost your faith. Is it so bad? Couldn't see it in your face. And it's so sad. I'll wait until you come back. Come back down to me. I'll wait until you come down. Come back down. While you keep it in your head. Is it so bad? Never heard a word you say it. And it's so sad. Tell me when you lost your way. 'Cause it's so bad. I'll see you when I pray. And it's so sad. I'll wait until you come back. Come back down to me. I'll wait until you come down. Come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back. Come back down to me. I'll wait until you come down. Come back down. Is it what you want? Is it what you needed now? Is it what you breathe? Is it what you're feeling now? Is it what you feel? Is it what you're feeling now? Is it what you wanted? I'll wait until you come back. Come back down to me. I'll wait until you come down. Come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back. Come back down to me. I'll wait until you come down. Come back down. Hello, hello, you. Will you come back down to me? Hello, hello, you. Will you come back down? Hello, hello, you. Won't you come back down to me? Hello, hello, you.
What is this Facebook Live? I've never heard of this shit.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
And we're back with my guest, Ashley Eckert. What's going on, Ashley?
Hey, how are you?
Man, been a minute. Oh, man, Ashley Eckert represents Club 214. We're glad to have her in the WTF Nation hot seat, but don't worry, we'll make sure she's good to go. At any rate, Ashley, well, shit, tell us about yourself.
Wait, sorry,
I'm
so
sorry.
nervous.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, tell you what. Tell us about your military experience. You're a veteran, so tell us about it.
So I joined the Navy in 2008. I originally joined to be a linguist, failed out of Arabic.
Ooh,
So,
yeah, that's hard.
yeah, I mean, I'm kind of thankful for it in the end because I would have been stationed in Georgia, and it's not a fun place for me to be. I don't like humidity. So,
Exactly.
but I ended up, I was still a crypto tech, but I was dealing with mostly like comm signals. So, CTR in the Navy. I got stationed in Hawaii, which was really cool for like the first year or two. And then, it set in that like I was on an island and I couldn't leave. I could like drive around in circles and that was about it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but yeah, got out in 2013, went back to school, got a degree in marketing, and then kind of, I don't know, my career path has kind of been like a little bit all over the place, but yeah, I guess that's it.
I guess it's your military story. You didn't get assigned to any ships or anything like that, or you didn't get to go you don't get to go afloat. You didn't go afloat at all.
No,
wow,
I did a tour of a ship. That was about it.
And what was that?
Yeah.
What was that? Pearl Harbor or some shit like that? It was.
Yeah. I think it was like the Bonhomme Richard.
Oh wow. Okay.
Port in Pearl Harbor, so we got to go on. We didn't get to see the skiff, unfortunately. Someone messed up the paperwork, I guess.
Oh.
So, which is like the whole reason we were gonna go.
I was kind of joking about being a tour in Pearl Harbor, but fuck, you just confirmed it. So.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, being on an island's kind of like a ship anyway. So. But anyways, yeah, no, Arabic is hard. It's a hard language to learn. You actually have to be immersed in it as opposed to just learning it. But
yeah,
yeah, because
I mean, like I would, they gave us little iPods to like listen to the vocabulary, and I would fall asleep with it on. So I would like wake up with a word in my head, but I wouldn't know what it meant.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And not to mention the fact that because you don't know what that word is or its context, you're like, why am I walking around saying blah, 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 blah,
yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, exactly. You just said thank you in some 15 word sentence when people don't like, what is she talking about? Oh,
Yeah.
I know that. Okay. So you spent your time in the Navy, did all that. You said it was a cryptologist or something?
Yeah, cryptologic technician.
What does that do? Well, what's that?
Well, in school we learned like decrypting messages, but then most things are automated these days. So when I was in Hawaii, I was at the NSA site out there. So my first job was data flow manager. So essentially, there was nobody at NSA Hawaii that did that job. So I had to go to Georgia to learn from a civilian that had like 30 years of experience and then go back and do the job in Hawaii. So a little intimidating. But yeah. And then after that, I was a remote site coordinator. So basically I just worked with the guys controlling the satellite feeds, and if we had missions going on or whatever the operators needed, I would just secure those assets and make sure that we had coverage for any missions.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know there's so much things you can or cannot say. I
was like,
I know. Oh, if this was a different meeting, then yeah, I could see that. But no, that's cool. I never the cryptology field has always been interesting to me because, like you were saying, the fact back in the day to now, it's so advanced that it's incredible.
Yeah.
Specifically now that some of it's going involved into the social media space and stuff like that too. So
yeah, it's really weird.
It is. All right, so you got out, you went to school, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, what's next? What do I do? What am I going to do now? You came up with this idea of kind of like a veteran networking thing called Club 214.
Yeah.
So what started all that? What was the shower thought that made you think that?
Well, so I used to run a different networking group, but it was only networking and kind of revolved around employment. So I mean, it was really, it's still going. It's a good group, but I wanted to do something more, it just kind of felt like we were just drinking every month, and so I wanted to do something more. So when I first got out of the military, I feel like a lot of veterans struggle with this too. But you know, losing that sense of camaraderie and sense of purpose. So, you know, it was like we started the other group in 2019, and then you know 2020 shit hit the fan.
Right.
I actually lost my job in 2020. I think it was like March or April or something. I can't remember. But you know, I was just going crazy. So I was volunteering my time. I would just find any way to like get involved because I needed purpose.
Right.
So, I don't know if you know Michael Gropper with Full Battle Rattle.
I've heard
Deli.
the name. Yeah, I heard the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I helped him a little bit with his food truck for a little bit, and then you know Soldiers Angels volunteered there, and then Team Rubicon, and I just needed something to get me out of the house and to keep me involved in the community, just to I don't know reason to live, you know.
No, I hear you because a lot of veterans come out. Well, you did, I did. I mean, we come out and thinking, "Fuck, what's next?" I mean, we're so used to the structure. We're so used, like you said.
Yeah.
I can't go up to a civilian. I'm like, "Hey, let's go break balls and go do some shit," and people will be looking at you like, "What are you talking about, old man?
Yeah.
Get out of here."
What is wrong with this guy? Get out of here.
Exactly. or with you said it. What's wrong with this girl? She wants to go hang out and let's go find jobs. What are you talking about? You know?
Yeah.
No, you're right. It gets kind of confusing. A lot of veterans, where they get to that low point is due to the fact that they don't know what to do. They don't have like a.
Yeah.
I always tell my buddies like, "Hey man, that's you're out. You know, is this all you do?" I'm like, "Yeah, but you're also gonna have to like focus on a mission daily to kind of like keep you going to."
Yeah.
So that way you don't feel like it. I mean, well, you even said too, you're like, you need to come out here and friggin', you know, you need to drag your ass out too to get me to, you know, to do the same thing. I get it, man. It sucks. One of the tenets that you have is building the veteran community. Can you give us a little bit of what type of, I guess you would say, what type of building you're doing, or what are you doing with this?
Well, essentially, you know, I was doing events every month, where I kind of wanted to focus on anything. I didn't want it to be like drinking every month or just feeling like, you know, we were just doing the same shit over and over again.
Yeah.
So, I did socials, I did networking events. I did some events where we partnered with nonprofits. So that was actually, back in February, social. But essentially I wanted to, you know, building community, you know, just having people come together, you know, any common interests that they had, their jobs, you know, any organizations that they wanted to get involved with, just building community by making those connections, you know, creating a platform for them to come together.
No, you bring up a good point because this is brand new. Like you just legit started this up. This is not a like.
Well, I mean, I started it last year, but I wasn't doing. Well, I was gonna say I wasn't doing things consistently, but I haven't had an event this month either.
Right.
Had so much going on that I was like, okay, this needs to be, you know, back burner for right now.
Yeah, I hear you.
But so last year is when I started it, and you know, started off with a networking event or social. We were at Alpha Charlie's over there in Centennial, which is veteran owned. So that was really cool. We did hikes in the summer, did some nonprofit partnership events, you know, Dauntless Veteran Foundation and Team Rubicon. I can't really think of other ones, but we did like an open mic night. We did one open mic night to partner with a nonprofit. Oh my gosh, it's slipping my mind right now. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
But, yeah, so essentially, sorry, actually, I'm gonna look at my notes.
No. I got no. It's okay because I got it up while you were talking. I got the open night mic. Right
okay,
there.
cool.
There you
Yeah, so that's the one that we did.
Yeah.
So Warrior's Next Adventure was what we were kind of showcasing, and then we had, you know, Greg is our headliner. He's over at Avanti, I think like once a month doing a show. So it was cool to have him. But yeah, like, so just building community, you know, I wanted to, like I was talking about when, you know, I was volunteering my time, I wanted to introduce veterans to different, like opportunities, you know, nonprofits that either provide services for veterans. You know, there's a million out here in Colorado, so it can be overwhelming. especially if they're very big. So I wanted to create more more intimate and less intimidating opportunities for them to meet people at the organization or be able to ask their questions, figure out how they could be involved, whatever opportunities there were for for them. There's I don't know, American Heroes in Action. They do a lot of outdoor activities like hunting and I have that page. So
I got you, man. I got you.
Thank you.
Because as you were talking, I was like typing up. I'm like, oh shit, she's going down the list. Let me go pull it up. Let me go pull it up real quick.
Yeah,
so go ahead. We can just start from the top. I mean, just go ahead, go for it.
So Huts for Vets, I went on 2 trips with them. One as a participant and then one as a volunteer. And it was amazing. It was, we spent a couple days hiking and doing all kinds of stuff like yoga. They make really good food from locally sourced food for all the meals. So it's a really good opportunity for veterans to just come together. You don't really have service up there, so you're forced to talk to one another, which is awesome. I didn't have phone service for 4 days. It was amazing.
Is that good or bad?
Oh, it was. As I was driving back home and I got service again, I was just like, no, turn the phone over. I was like, I will deal with that when I get back.
All those messages are flying in.
Yeah, but it was great. They also have readings that you're supposed to read beforehand, but some people might read on the trip. But you do discussions. It's all about life after the military, purpose, trauma, getting through trauma. So it was a really good opportunity. And then I got to go back and volunteer on a trip, so I just kind of helped out, the staff. And then American Heroes in Action, they do all kinds of stuff. I've done. They do a lot of hunting trips, but I've done skydiving and whitewater rafting with them. So
nice.
it's a group of veterans. You usually go grab lunch afterwards, and you get to just come together. Veterans exploration therapy. They do all kinds of stuff too. I did a survival class with them, indoor climbing. I think, so yeah, all these organizations, there's.
Wow, yeah, I'm about to say, you don't have to read all of them, but holy shit, there's a lot of them here. And now all these guys are the ones that you normally network though together, right? I mean, you reached out to these individuals and say, hey, look, you don't mind if this is just you doing this, right?
Yeah. So I wanted to put them on the website just so people could learn more about it and then check them out. But essentially, I wanted to show veterans because everyone thinks that I'm this social butterfly because I'm going to events all the time, but in reality, I isolate a lot.
I'm about to say now I've talked to you now. Yes, you're a social butterfly, Ashley. You're right. You're happy. You're chipper. Not when I Ken goddamn blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm just kidding. But I know it's hard. You gotta pull yourself out of that and be and it's funny because you're trying not to. How do I say that? You feel like you're being fake, but you're not, and you don't want to be feeling like you're fake, but you're acting fake or something like that. And then, no, I know that feeling, man, because it's just I'll get frustrated with sometimes when someone was like, "Oh, you want to go hang out?" No, not really. Well, come on, you can really go hang out. No, it's okay. No, I don't. You don't want to you don't want to be, you don't want to be a dick to them, but then again, you don't want to be disrespectful to them as well.
Yeah, I was trying to explain it to somebody the other day, and I was like, I like going and doing stuff, but then I get to a limit where I'm like, all right, I love you guys, but fuck off. I don't talk to you for a few days.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And they're like, well, what's up her ass? Why the fuck is she talking like that?
Don't take it personal.
Yeah.
I'm about to explode. I need to get the fuck away from people.
Exactly. No, I hear you. Now, most of your events and most of your meetups, this is only Colorado based only, right? For now.
Right now, yeah. So I'm the only person doing it. It can be overwhelming sometimes. I didn't even plan an event for this month because I had too much shit going on. Mm-hmm. And that was another reason why I thought it'd be a great opportunity to showcase the club on here. 'Cause, just try to I guess show other veterans like why I'm so passionate about it. You know, like maybe there's some people out there that you know, talking about purpose and isolating and all that, it might resonate with them. And you know,
Well,
I would love. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I was just about to say it's funny. It's funny that a lot of the bigger programs or a lot of the bigger events things are done by it's out back east. Like you can be at Fort. Well, they call it Fort Liberty now. We could be back at Fort Bragg, and you could just shake a stick, and you'll find so many groups that you can hang out with. But I don't think there's nothing much out west. I'm not seeing other than your group that you're, and other groups that are slowly starting to. Is there many out there in Colorado to?
Here in Colorado, well, the one that I was a co-founder of the Denver chapter of Veteran Spirit Club. So that's still going. They have events once a month. But yeah, there's not a lot of groups. I mean, there's, you know, I feel like everybody has like their niche. Just I'm trying to think of like groups besides like nonprofits that have really specific missions.
Yeah, because more like, for instance, we work with War Horses for Veterans. They're out in Kansas. We also work with the Guardians of the Green Beret. They're out at North Carolina. So there's just other groups that we talk to that we deal with that are out east, and it just I'm just kind of think about it. I was like, I don't know if anything that's out there in Colorado that has any. I mean, aside from you, I mean, aside from, I mean, like I said, literally when I was going through the website, I'm like, holy shit, she's going down the list. And I'm like, I didn't realize these were out here, out there, at all.
Yeah. And that was another reason why I wanted to do this was, bring attention to their.
Sorry, I'm just going over your memes. Your memes are fucking hilarious. Sorry. Go Army, be Navy. But anyways.
Just the different nonprofits and what they do, the different trips and activities and whatever they have going on, just bring attention to what, they have to offer, or, opportunities to volunteer and get involved and find that purpose again. I wanted to use this platform to just bring people together.
Yeah.
When I was running Veterans Spirit Club, I got asked to do presentation on building community in the building community for veterans.
Oh, wow.
With the Department of Labor. So I think it was like some people from Texas came out. So they wanted to kind of copy what we were doing and have a chance to build community. And somebody asked like, well, what about mental health? Do you offer like these services? And I was like, there are a million problems in the world that I can't solve. However,
right.
If I can create a platform where I can have all these people come together with their different skills, their different knowledge, their different backgrounds, like we can have community and rely on lean on one another. And, I can't solve all the problems, but I might be able to point you in the right direction.
Right. Because you just did you had a veterans in residence in Denver showcase with Bunker Labs. I guess that was in February or back in December. Wait, it happened February. Yeah, December. It happened on December 8th. I'm back in there.
Yeah. Well, that was just an event that I went to.
You went to the event? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So, I mean, some of the stuff that I share is just other events or events that other organizations have going on. So, Veterans in Residence with Bunker Labs, for veteran entrepreneurs, it's a great opportunity for them to whatever knowledge that they might need in starting a business, or funding, or I don't know. I'm trying to think of like
no, because a lot of it is you're connecting individuals and you're connecting other groups, and like you were saying, you're bringing them together. You two go mingle, and then that's it. Club 214, from what I'm guessing, is the hub of networking, and then Bunker Labs, Operation Equine, DAV. That's for you to go and go mingle. For somebody who's not social, you're trying to make people social.
Well, I know it's isolating is hard, and I feel like, I find events because I can go to it, and then like once I reach my limit where I'm like, okay, I can't be here anymore, like I can just leave.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
It's not, like hanging out one-on-one. I mean, I have a very small, like really tight-knit, group of friends that I hang out with, but outside of that, like, I'll go to events where I can control how much time I spend there. And then once I get to a limit where I'm like, okay, I'm a little too anxious, I need to leave.
Yeah, no, I
But,
got
like,
yeah, I got
I
it.
can just leave whenever I want. So
Yeah, because then at that point you feel awkward, don't you? I feel that way sometimes. I'll start feeling awkward after a while,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, guys, y'all have a good. Oh no, stay. I'm like, nah, I'm good. And
yeah,
make sure you don't drink and drive. Be safe, and then drive away. And I'm like, oh man, oh thank, woo doggy. Now,
sometimes I can get away with like an Irish goodbye, so I just I'm like, oh, let me use the bathroom, and then it's gone.
Is that what an Irish goodbye is?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll tell me when you're leaving.
You just tell you, okay, cool. I thought it was.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say a mafia goodbye where you have to walk everybody, walk to everybody and say, shake hands. All right, take it easy, goodbye, bye. Take it easy, take it easy, bye. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Bye. No, man, come on, want to talk, and then you drag back in there. I don't know if that's called a mafia goodbye because I don't want to upset the.
Makes sense.
The mafia people and have them come at me and whatever. Now I'll get a DM. No, that's not a mafia goodbye. Shut up or something. Like that. Now all of it too. And again, I'll be honest with you, you really just started. You're brand new. This is brand new. If it's only like a year, you're brand new.
Yeah.
Is this a 501c? This is a nonprofit so far, right?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
And I've been kind of, I don't know, going back and forth with the idea. Just because I know, well, okay, so, with a nonprofit requiring a board and, sometimes it can get big enough to where they're just kind of throwing money at anything.
Yeah.
It's not really,
Yeah.
I mean, there's organizations out there. I'm not going to name names, but
Yeah. No, I know. They're like, hey, we would like to. I didn't mean to get $5,000 right now. What am I supposed to do with this? And then you get like worried. Am I supposed to? How am I supposed to spend this? How am I supposed to take? Oh no, you have to have a treasurer. I'm supposed to have a treasurer. Oh, you know what I mean? You immediately start going into like, oh man, yeah, and it could be a pain in the ass. No, I was just curious because someone asked, is this a 501c? So,
well, I've been. Okay, another reason why I'm kind of not really wanting to do a nonprofit is because I have a little bit of trust issues.
I got you.
Well, there's people out there that I really do trust, but I feel like they're all doing a million things also. So, they're already involved in nonprofits, already have like a bunch on their plate. So
yeah, no, I hear you.
Or, you've seen organizations that start off and they do amazing, and then, change of whoever's running it, and it kind of doesn't continue to be that original thing. I don't want my vision I just don't want it to stray from the original like mission.
No, I got you. No, I because it's like, I don't want to say, I mean, people, I don't know, how do I say this without saying I do it or you do it, but people kind of tend to like, if that's their idea and it's their baby, you start to like mother it, and then you see someone come in and changing something, you're like, that's not what I wanted. It needs to be like this. You know what I mean? You're right, because it's your vision that you want to. So you're getting a message right now that I'm sending you, and it's somebody from Director of Veterans Business Outreach, and they're the ones that work with the Wounded Warrior Project, and,
cool.
and they can brief you up on I've been speaking Spanish for the last few weeks. Entrepreneur. God, I can't even say it. I can't even say the word, man. Entrepreneur. I can't say it. Entrepreneurships. Thank you. Entrepreneurships. Yeah. Damn, dude. Fuck. And starting a small business. So I sent you a message that way. You can add that to your page if you'd like, and you can link up, and that way you can because again. A lot of it is resourcing, because some of the stuff that I've in my experiences and talking to social media right now, it's the resume stuff. We have veterans that, fuck, dude, we're not, and that's one of my biggest quips anyways that we talk about on here, is that leaders are not giving the soldiers that are currently in enough time to do their transition services, and so when they're not given their proper training on how to do a resume or how to write a resume or whatever.
Yeah.
That's from what I've seen in the job market or in that realm to get it or to network, is that hey, let me see your resume. And then someone will say, dude, do you see this shit? And I'm like, bro, I don't know. Fucking, what's a resume supposed to look like myself? I don't know. So a lot of the stuff that the feedback that I've seen from veterans so far, because I'm also doing the admin stuff for WTF Moments, is what I see is I don't know how to write a resume. I don't know how am I supposed to interview? How am I supposed to freaking dress for this job as opposed to that job? And that's where a lot of vets have are a real issue with right now.
Yeah, so I did tech recruiting for a while, and
oh, that's right, you did, yeah.
Yeah, so I would, I'd come across all kinds of resumes, and I mean, I would be honest. I'd be like, I'm sorry if this sounds brutal. Like, I'm not trying to be a bitch to you. I'm just giving you feedback because that's knowledge in your pocket that you're gonna have for later. And kind of sometimes it'd be like, oh, just like move this around to like make it, add these keywords, whatever, explain like how to do a resume. And then sometimes it'd just be like, okay, what is this even saying?
Well, no, I had a mentor, a sergeant, a command sergeant major mentor, and he wasn't my like my mentor, but he was a command sergeant major that he mentored us in this process, and he sat us down. He sat a bunch of senior NCOs down and says, "All right, guys, you need to knock out a fucking LinkedIn page. You're laughing about it now. You think it's cheesy right now. You're 5-6 years out from retirement. Just do one. Just knock it out, and then we're gonna go over each of one of your all's thing." And people were like, "What do I write?" And he, in his good sense, he's like, "Okay, for right now, since it's basic, just get some of your duty positions and stuff that you did in your ratings, and that way." Yeah, you have your, okay, it looks kind of cheesy for now, but once you start like really applying, you can have someone assist you in doing that, because some guys wanted to get out and be like GSs, or some guys wanted to work for some of the companies that supported us. And so he was just like, no, just do it like your duty descriptions, and then as you get hired, trust me, you will not. And so, I do whatever, he's like, it's going to sound cheesy. You're like, we're here to make sure that you get the right clicks and blah, 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 blah. It sounds cheesy to you, but in the corporate world, in the civilian world, they want to hear what you're going to do for them, or what you're going to, you can't just say, I make memes and I'll make you look good. You can't do that. So,
yeah, and not only that, but, building your network, talking to recruiters at different companies and people at different companies, and just, a lot of the way, or kind of when I ran Veteran Spirit Club, a lot of the ways that I met people and brought people into the club was just through LinkedIn. I'd be like, hey, like, I saw that you're looking for a job, and I would just reach out to people, just talk to them a little bit. And then, I feel like for some people it's really intimidating on LinkedIn, but who cares? Just add whoever,
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the things that he said too. He was just like, if you see each other on LinkedIn, or you see me on LinkedIn, or you see somebody that you worked with, not the guys you go hanging out with beer, not the guys you go fucking, like people that you actually were in the weeds with, that you actually did, the work, that they know you from your work, not from hanging out at whatever. Those are the ones you want to connect with.
Yeah.
He's like, even the ones that pissed you off, or you pissed off while you were working. And I'm thinking, like, wait a minute, there's some people that when I retire, I don't want to go working for a government agency that has the people that I don't like. It's like, that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Don't throw feelings into this, because you may in a different light, in uniform may be different than what you were when you were than a civilian, if that makes sense. But
yeah.
Somebody asked, do you use AI to filter resumes? Have you used AI to do that?
Well, so I did DoD recruiting, and we didn't really have, we had like clearance jobs, but I don't think it really filtered resumes. I would just get a notice or like an email saying that, somebody applied for a job. So I would get the resume. It didn't really do much filtering. And so I personally didn't. I don't really know how they use AI to filter through resumes. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. What's your thoughts on that though? Isn't that kind of like,
on one hand, I think it's good. Cause like, I remember we posted a job for a security engineer. Like, it required like a TSSCI clearance with a CI poly. And someone wanted to put it on Indeed, and we got a million. Well, I got a million resumes that I had to sift through, and a bunch of guys that were just looking for like security jobs, like security guard jobs. And then you have like corp to corp recruiters that work with mostly people that don't have citizenship, so they hold their visa and kind of like send them out to jobs or like kind of represent them. So I would get a million emails from those people too, and it would have been nice, I guess, for certain jobs, but sometimes people don't really know how to write a resume. So it's like, if I'm just scrolling through, I'm like, okay, well, it looks like, they did this job in the military. I'm going to call him because it sounds like he might know, might be able to do this job. He just doesn't have the right words in his resume. So
Gotcha.
I probably wasted a lot of time, but I did find those people, that just weren't great at writing a resume, but they were still qualified for the job. So
now that's another thing too, is that when you're doing that, because that was your realm before, is that, I mean, do you use that? I don't want to say this, I don't want to sound too fucking overly military about this, but do you use like after action reviews? Do you like say, hey man, make sure you fucking put this in there, or make sure you tighten up your resume? Do you help them out a little bit?
Yeah, I did. Even if like they, weren't the right fit for the job, or like they worked in that same realm, but not like, they weren't good for the job, or even people that were just like, oh yeah, I'm looking for operations. And I'm like, well, we don't do that. Like, it's like jobs I was recruiting for were hands-on technical. So,
your positions that you're looking for, I mean, I guess you would say the positions that you're looking for are specifically technical. They're not not like a hand wave or a vague.
Yeah, it was like, like software testing, or like network defense, or like really specific cybersecurity, like red team, blue team.
Oh wow.
ISSOs. So
wow.
so like really specific jobs. There was one time I did like a platform engineer job. I still don't know what the hell that is.
Right.
I was just like, okay, reading through the requirements. All right, I'll go type it in, do a little keyword search. But yeah, I'd help guys all the time, especially with running the club. It would, guys would come to me and be like, hey, I'm looking for a job, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't recruit for those jobs, but I'll give you tips, or like send me your resume. I'll do a quick run through. I'll spend like 20 minutes on it. Just do a little, make it look better, and then send it back. And like highlight areas like, okay, change the wording here. Make sure you're saying like, for whatever, like language is important. So, if you're looking for like a leadership position, you want to have like directed this, or like managed this, or like oversaw blah, 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 or, authored this policy. I don't know.
Because someone told me that at that point, the military has always been like you. It's always been like a team thing. Now that you're doing a resume, you got to focus on a you thing. It's okay for you to say, I did this. It's okay for you to say, I, manage that. Even though in the military sense, you sort of still kind of do that, but you still kind of say his team did this, or your team did that.
Or like with, I feel like when we get out of the military, they're like, they write it like an eval, like, I did blah, blah, blah. And it's like this huge elaborate thing, but it's like, no, I want to know what tools you're working with. Like, I did this many reports through this program, or like I
specifically, finger jammed, that I specifically turned that knob to work that switch. No, because it's like that. I know what it's like was when I've talked to individuals that, hey, I need help with multimedia stuff, because that's I've done multimedia most of my career. And they're like, okay, what have you worked with? It's like, well, I did this and I did that. I said, yeah, but did you actually edit something? Did you actually do an effect? Did you actually build an intro? Did you actually, fulfill a daily? Did you do a shot list? Did you do, if you've not put your fingers in any of that stuff and you just supervised, then you have to say you just supervised. You can't specifically, because then at that point you'd be lying. Because then what's going to happen is that an employer is going to be like, all right, we got this guy here. He said he did this, did that, and then here you go. And then you're going to be like, no, I just I just did this. What are you talking about? I was just supervising, where it says here in your resume, you did this,
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I remember from that LinkedIn session, because he's like, at this point you will say, I did this and I did that. And like you said, I supervised this, I supervised that. And that's when he said, if you supervise something, you supervise something. Don't, because then that'd be like saying I supervise a group of pilots and then say that I was a pilot too. No, dude, don't. Because the next thing you know, they're going to put you in a jet and, fucking, all right, pilot, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cap speaking. I can't fly for shit. I lied on my resume. But no, I get it. It's one of those things it's really tough. And so, some of the feedback that, or some of the groups that we talk to and stuff like that, some of the networking stuff, I need to get you linked up with the War Horses for Veterans too. Cause they do the same thing with combat veterans, and they get individuals together for that same thing, but they do it with equine therapy. They do it. They have a whole session. I did a session for a weekend. I'll never forget it. It's a blast. I'll see about getting them linked up to you too as well. Cause it's almost like the horse therapy stuff that you had on your page too. But with them, they prefer that you go out to them to see, because they'll put you through they're like, oh, okay, you just don't want to talk about it. We're going to put you through it, and you're going to see what it's like. And it was a good 4-day weekend break. You're out at Stillwell, Kansas. There's horses, there's, whatever. And there's, like you said, there's that networking, there's that fellowship between different veterans that have experienced stuff like that. Specifically, if you're going to partner up, that'd be
like Huts for Vets. We still have a group chat. So.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
We
okay.
we keep in touch with each other. Just kind of, anything that's going on. So it's really cool.
Because that Huts for Vet one, that's the one you guys did with the 10th Mountain Vets, right? The ones out there. Yeah.
Those huts up there.
Yeah, because they were on our we had them on here on our Thursday show a year or so back. Okay. And those guys, man, they were just happy that we knew about it. They're like, what do you know about this? I'm like, well, first off, 10th Mountain Division and this and this. And it's like, oh wow, they said the same thing. You're more than welcome to come out. Just let us know and we'll bring you out there, because they would like to have you come out, chronicle it, experience it.
Yeah.
And all that. Cause they're really good about that stuff. And like I said, War Horses for Veterans and they're our preferred co-sponsor, I don't know what you want to call it, the partners, but they are our go-to when it comes to that stuff. Specifically, like I said, for combat veterans. But if you're like a part of this and you're doing something like that, and you're gonna say, hey, look, I can be part of one of your modules or something like that. Because they've upgraded it. They completely upgraded. They went to it was just a 4-day event. You did little things, and then now they built a lodge, and now they built an indoor arena. Now they built a culinary thing, so you can cook up some stuff if you want. I'm just like, man, I feel like going back. So I mean, it's a good deal, and they take care of you too. So
that's awesome.
But yeah, to me, it's just, again, it's one of the things that's stuck in my head. I asked somebody on social media, it's like, hey man, do you work with these group that does that? And he was saying the same thing, that it's the resume writing. The Army resume writing, just specifically in our transition services, just doesn't work. It just doesn't. It's like there's nobody out there that can come in and say, blah, this is what you need to do, and then
I think it really depends on like the like industry you're going into also, because I'll talk to people that are like going for like high level operational management jobs, and I'm like, oh well, stuff that I look at is super technical, so we want to see like the very like specific tools and
right.
computer languages or
Yep.
procedures, that really specific stuff. But like if you're looking for like operational, you want like really high level stuff.
Right, exactly. Well, not to mention the fact that, like, again, you have to okay, let me see your certifications. That's a lot of the IT stuff. That's what messes people up. As soon as they're like,
yeah,
I want to do this. Okay, let me see your N plus, security plus, whatever plus.
Yeah.
And then next thing you're like, oh, was I supposed to get that? And you're like, dude, this is the job you're applying for. This is.
Yeah.
I just really wish, it's a frustration point for me, the military would do better about that.
I feel like Veterati would be good, like a good tool to tell people about when they're getting out too. Getting a mentor for whatever industry that they're going into.
Oh, that's right. Is that on your source page?
I think so.
No, let me look. You got a lot of them too. No, it's not on there. But I saw your. Oh, there you. No, you do have it on there. My bad. No,
okay. Yeah.
There we go.
Mentorship program. So I personally haven't used it, but I've heard great things about it. And I know a couple people that are mentors on that. So, I mean, because, you know, getting out of the military, it's like when you're in the military, everything is, you're just told what to do. And you're told, like, okay, like, you're going to go to this, you know, duty station, you're going to do this job, you're going to work. You, like, don't really have control over your career. I mean, you might later on, but usually it's, you just do what you're told. So when you get out, it's like, there's a million things you could do. You don't even know. I mean, as dumb as it may sound, I didn't even know that, like, tech recruiting was a job. I thought military recruiter, you know, I don't know why I didn't realize that was a thing. I just thought you apply for a job and HR talks to you.
Yeah, exactly. And there's like no process, like, oh, you have to have this resume and this certification, and you're like, what? Well, cover letter? What the fuck is that? What am I? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, so I'm looking at your website right here. Let me, as a matter of fact, let me drop your website in the chat so everybody can see it, and that way we'll get Club 214 up there, because we already have your so it's going to be populated in all the chats right now. So yep, so there we go. You got 2 Facebook pages and 2 YouTubes that your link Club 214.
Awesome.
All right. So what's the future of Club 214? I mean, I know you were talking to me earlier about creating an empire, like, you know, to you know, do you want to expand nationally? Do you want to?
I think that would be awesome. So when I was talking to you earlier about, you know, having my like vision or my mission change a little bit, that I feel like that's something that I would just need to realize is going to happen if it expands. But I'm really protective of it. You know, unfortunately there's veterans in the community that try to bring their ulterior motives and like exploit other veterans. They're just like, oh, I served too, and, you know, try to bring their bullshit. So I'm very protective.
No way. Really? I'm about to say, I fucking know that, man.
Like, I know I seem very nice, but I've made a couple of enemies along the way. I'm just like, no, I will unleash every ounce of rage on you. Get the fuck out. But
no, you're right. It almost like there's vet on vet crime when it comes to this shit. You know what I mean? It's like everyone tries to out vet each other or something like that. You're like, dude, we're doing the same shit. You know, I'm not trying to steal your thunder. I'm not trying to steal your mic. I'm not trying to steal your podcast ideas or whatever. There's those other things that I want to do.
So, well, I mean, and it all depends. I mean, obviously I can't expand and do everything on my own.
Of course. Yeah. No, I got it.
You know, I'm hoping to find more people that are interested in maybe like being ambassadors. I can teach them, like, you know, how I do things. Like, even if you don't think you'd be good at like hosting an event, like I was terrified when I first started doing it. I do a lot of shit terrified.
Right.
Like, I'm terrified right now.
Me too.
But you know, there's a lot of things. Hold on, I haven't made a list. So I mean, I wanted to do workshops. So, you know, I try to think about like things that I would want, and like, you know, like how to do basic maintenance on my car. I think that'd be cool to have a workshop for that, where I don't feel like I'm going to be stupid if I'm asking a bunch of questions, or like how to write a resume for whatever industry, or, you know, like the VA loan process. I feel like there's a lot of realtors out there that, you know, work with veterans, maybe are veterans, but maybe they're not the best, or like not the most trustworthy, you know, like be able to vet for, be able to like vet those realtors and be like, okay, like I know you're not just trying to make a quick buck off of a quick, make a quick buck
off
of another veteran.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're right. It's a tough vet to do anyways, to kind of like make sure that, because there's, as a matter of fact, that's one thing that I've noticed too that's come out of the tap world is predatory VSOs that are not saying what they are, but take your money for not helping you and all that. So no, I get it.
Or, you know, like have networking events, bring in not realtors, God, now I'm stuck on it. Recruiters and like people from other companies, maybe not even like recruiters, but just like, this person works in this department. She can tell you about blah, 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 or he can tell you about this project that's going on and how they need to hire more people, blah, blah. So, or like game nights.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then I also wanted to do something where, have like veteran-owned business, maybe like, I don't know what else to call it besides like a swap meet or something, just like set up tables or booths and be like, oh, these are the products that they have in their company or services, and be able to network with other veteran-owned businesses and entrepreneurs, but then also be able to showcase what they do and get more business.
Kind of like that. It's like it'd be a smaller version of Vet Fest. I went to go visit a couple of years ago, or a year ago. I can't remember when it was. Vet Fest is what when I went out there with Rob and we did that. It's kind of like it was exactly like you just said. It was an event, and they had like you said, a swap meet from all the VSO. It just everybody, but I guess that's what you're envisioning. You're envisioning like a smaller, more, I guess you would say, more close in, more
Yeah, kind of
more
trying to think of,
personal.
like another event. I feel like there's a lot that do that sort of a thing.
Right.
But maybe not just like VSOs, but more like I feel like my mind just went blank on like every veteran-owned business. Like what is that one? There's a veteran woodworking company, and I can't think of their name. I think they're in the Springs. I don't know, but their stuff, like showcase what they have, their products, what they can do, be able to take orders, or, there's like a veteran-owned distillery, like have some bottles of their stuff, maybe do a little tasting. Well, I don't know. I feel like you'd have to get permits involved for that. So
right, of course.
Just showcasing what they do. Maybe have, Bunker Labs or, Colorado Veterans Chamber of Commerce, just veteran businesses coming together and being able to showcase their products, get more eyes on what they do, what they provide. And then, I want to do more like hobby or like activity based events. So they're, I think of something random.
No, there's people. I know what you're saying. There's guys that like that share. I know our guys like to have little card games, tabletop games, and they shoot the shit and have little meetups like that. They also, I know some guys that get together with cars and trucks and and they want to show off their rides, and then they do a little, hey, this is how you build this or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like blacksmithing.
And maybe even people that don't really, aren't like immersed in that activity or hobby, but they have an interest in it,
Right.
And kind of like an intro to it.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's kind of like a, hey, this is now introduction to carpentry or something. Like introduction to, like you said, the woodworking guy or the other guy who does the distillery. Hey, this is how we make our beer or our booze or something like that.
Yeah, just if you want to dip your toes in it a little bit, or just learn more about it, how to get involved. Because I feel like there's so many things in life that maybe you are interested in, and like you're the only person in your life that has control over you and what your future looks like. And I mean, there's outside factors, but like you have to take control of your own life, even if it's terrifying, and if you have to step outside of your comfort zone, like you have to take that step.
Yep.
So if you want to learn about something, fucking do it.
Exactly.
Like,
That's key. Well, Ashley, shit, dude, we've been blabbing now for almost an hour. I'm sorry I went over time like I said we were. That was all my fault. Ashley Eckert from Club 214. Man, this is a good talk. We're gonna go ahead and take a. Yeah, I'm about to say thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for shooting the breeze. I mean, me and you talk a lot, anyways. On maybe we can get something together to help out. Maybe I'll swing out there and I'll do I don't know about an open mic. Maybe get CQ to come out to Colorado too to come out and do, because he's a stand-up comedian, and I think he'd have a good time out here. But anyways, so Ashley Eckert, Club 214. Thank you again, Ashley. I was going to call you Stashly. Ashley's got this little gag where she walks around with her mustache. So I'll call her Stashly. But anyways, thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll be right back. So stand by.
There's a lot of tough talk on Twitter.
but there's not a lot of real talk.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
If you bleed, you won't feel it, and you won't see nothing at all. And you can fight, you can hide that you're naked. If you bleed, you won't feel it, you won't see me at all. You can fight, you can hide that you're naked. If you bleed, you won't feel it, you won't see me at all. You can fight, you can
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Sometimes when I look at, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, I think it's WTF Army or something.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show.
Shots. And we're back.
All right.
Hope you guys enjoy the interview with Ashley. She was hyped, nervous, and hyped at the same time. So she did good. That was a good interview.
An impressive amount of things that she's involved in.
Oh my God, I know, dude.
I would have no ability to keep up with that much shit.
Oh my God, I know, dude. She's like she's a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest in this shit, man. Or woman, I should say.
Yeah.
She won't get offended if I say one-legged man. She's cool like that. She won't get upset. But man, yeah, she's got a lot of fucking work to do, and she's doing it by herself. I'm pretty sure I think she's talking about hiring some people too to help out. But yeah, that's nuts. So that was Ashley Eckert from Club 214. Thanks again, Ashley, for once again hanging out with us and shooting the shit. More stuff will, of course, I'm sure will come up in the future. Let me see. I'm trying to go over my notes here. Do we have? What else we got going? What are we gonna talk? Are we gonna talk some more shit, or I think we're gonna do some house cleaning and then
yeah,
and that was it, right? Yeah. So for house cleaning, housekeeping or house cleaning. God, that's the thing. Housekeeping, is it housekeeping or house cleaning? I
don't know, but I feel like one of those two is probably racist.
Housekeeping or house cleaning? No, it's not housekeeping. Are you trying to say to my Latino background, I can immediately adjust to the housekeeping or house cleaning part? No, we don't do no housekeeping. Yeah. So that was Ashley Eckert. She was obviously the founder, the person who runs Club 214. We have on this Thursday for Sergeant's Time, we have Lieutenant Colonel Megan Yantos. She's going to be on here to talk about the March Masters bracket from the Army Leaders Exchange. I haven't spoken to her. I mean, I've spoken to her, but we've not like interacted in a long time. Man, the last time me and her interacted was like legit, like going back and forth conversation was when she coordinated the my outing, my reveal at AUSA in 2019. So,
oh wow,
yeah, it'd be kind of cool to shoot the shit with her and talk about leader. She's now Lieutenant Colonel, so.
Wow.
She's gonna be shooting the breeze about the March Masters bracket and talk about the Army Leader Exchange. What is it all? What's it all about? What is it about the Army Leader Exchange? Well, we might as well just go over some of the other shows too. So that's going to be Tuesday. Tomorrow we have Pop Culture Warrior. Man, have you been seeing his posts lately?
Tearing it up,
bro. He freaking talked. He interviewed R2D2 from Star Wars, the Star Wars saga. He even talked to fucking Ahsoka, or I should say Rosario Dawson. Ahsoka.
That was I was about to say that's the only one of his pictures that I was like, God damn it, CQ, you motherfucker.
That was like the most ballerist of ballerist fucking. Matter of fact, let me pull this up. This hate. So about 14 years ago, CQ doing his thing met Rosario Dawson. And now at AwesomeCon, they reunited. They're back. They have pictures and stuff like that. And I know how CQ is. He probably was working some magic to get her to come on to talk about Ahsoka and all the Star Wars stuff. So matter of fact, let me just window cap this thing, because this is like
it's window cap worthy.
It is. Look at that window cap. Look at that. Hate. I'm proud. No, I'm serious. I'm proud of CQ, man. This is awesome. That's like dude, that's so awesome, man. That I was just like, oh my God, because he was like, dude, check this out, and then I'm like, holy shit, yeah, 14 years from from their meeting before, and then now she's Ahsoka Tano. So I know for a fact that more than likely we'll be seeing some Jedi, some gray Jedi or some Jedi-ing Jedi things happening.
Nice.
On Pop Culture Warrior.
I make it a point with CQ whenever he has like some kind of great picture or something happen, which is more often lately. I always make sure I send him a text to tell him how much I fucking hate him and existence in this world. So
what is it with you and Mad Mike, man? You and Mad Mike just like throw serious shit on him sometimes. Oh my God, you guys are earlier breaking balls about his tech in the chat. Oh my God, dude, I about lost it. You guys are mean to him, man. But yeah, so he was at AwesomeCon. We had pretty much the whole pop culture team there at AwesomeCon. And then I think isn't there like a 4-day weekend coming up for the troops for St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah,
I think they got a 4-day fucking weekend for St. Patty's Day. Never happens to Ken. I never had that shit when I was a Joe.
No.
And then Joe Bacino comes back to give me an update to shoot the shit because Joe Bacino's been busy. On Monday, the Monday edition, March 18th, Joe Bacino comes back to shoot the breeze with moi. And then Pop Culture Warrior has Yuri Lowenthal. And then we have Brandy Pett on the Smoke Pit on the 20th. And then we had Daniel White on the Smoke Pit on the 27th. And then Pop Culture Warriors got Orlando Jones. Man, we're just like, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we are just rocking the guests, man.
Yeah.
This is so awesome. And then oh yeah, we got a lot of stuff going out there. Let me so here's the shows. This is Monday edition, myself and Messi. And then we have CQ and Mad Mike on Tuesday's Pop Culture Warrior. We have Radar and TZ on the Smoke Pit, myself and Spinky. On Thursday, Sarge Time, we have Pookie and Cause. On Friday night, Freedom. And then on the Sports Bar Sunday, we have The Coach. What do you hear? What do you say? And the master MCs of all sportsing on the Sports Channel, the actual King Smith. I just wanted to give a shout out, one final shout out tonight of an organization that is all about community building. No, I shouldn't say that. So we posted the U.S. Army WTF Moments posted a picture of how do I say that? A gentleman's club. This gentleman's club welcomed back, I think it was 2nd Brigade, 4th Infantry Division that came back from their overseas tours, and they came back and all that. Well, we were submitted into the WTF Nation inbox. The name of the club is Deja Vu. Speaking of Colorado, since Ashley was talking to us from Colorado, let me window cap this. We annotated the here we go. There we go. It says, welcome home, 2nd Brigade. Now, you notice the B is kind of like falling off, so it was kind of funny that everyone, whatever. So we just posted it, hey, thanks, here's your safety brief, shout out, blah, 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 blah. No big deal, right? We just thought, all right, cool, that'd be cool, and that'd be done with it. Well, then the next thing you know, Deja Vu in an awesome post. Deja Vu showgirls, I should say, posted a thank you to us right back on their sign again. Tango Mike for the support, WTF. So again, back at you, Deja Vu showgirls, Colorado Springs, because we, like you, believe in community building. I might have to swing by there on my trip out there to fucking go just give them some stickers or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give them some slaps, maybe some ball caps. So it's gonna be.
I like where your head's at.
Yeah, exactly. So the next you know, you're like, I saw a WTF Moments tattoo on. Never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, this is WTF Moments. Anyways, on the center stage is ice.
Hey, we've got a handful on the WTF.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Make sure you follow. Make sure you download Hots and Cots. Since we're talking about the loot, I'll just scroll up here. Hots and Cots. Make sure you download the app. All the stuff that we are talking about when it comes to the barracks, to defacts, even raiding the kiosks. Raiding the kiosk sounds like we're raiding it, And you got some freaking we got some collaborative mugs as well.
Ooh.
So yeah, dude. So get your Hots and Cots limited edition U.S. Army WTF moments. It's got the main page emblem right there, and it's got the Hots and Cots emblem right there. So come on, it's a good deal. It's for the troops.
Yeah,
it's for the troops. So if you go to
they got a great logo too. Just a little aside, it's a very aesthetically pleasing logo. A lot of organizations that kind of shit logos, but they've got a good logo.
Yeah, they do. The Hots and Cots is helping us out. So, so CQ said we need to see the pic of the ladies using WTFR dinar stickers as tassels.
Wow.
Whoa, man.
Whoa.
CQ, bro, hey. Man, CQ just came off the top rope with that one. Like we need to see the girls. How about if we make some? How about if we get some WTF Nation? Nah, we'll discuss that later. That'll be for further discussion. It'll be a surprise. Yeah. I'll have to go on my fact finding mission to Deja Vu. I'll have to go check it out. The inbox is flooded with you need to come out and see us. No. Check it out. Like, I think I might.
Well, if we have tassels made, I will wear them for this show.
You will what?
It'll be my Monday night outfit from now on.
Make sure you share, like, and follow. We're on 2 YouTube pages, U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. We are sometimes on an off end. We're streaming on Kick at the individual channels as well. And then we're on 2 Facebook pages, U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. And we're broadcasting live on the X app, which now has chats up in there. And I'm seeing all the comments in there and all that. So I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. I think it's pretty cool. I like the expansion of our empire. It's pretty cool. Yeah, he's like good. So, anywho, I think that's it. I think that's
all right.
I think we're good. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, thank you, Ashley, for showing up and shooting the breeze with us about Club 214. And y'all have a good night. Shouts. Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Nothing stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
The horse, with beauty unsurpassed, strength immeasurable, and grace unlike any other, still remains humble enough to carry a man upon its back. When a service member or first responder takes an oath, he or she has mentally and physically committed themselves with self-sacrifice. From the front lines abroad to the very streets you live on in America, they protect. This oath is non-refundable and it is lifelong. Facing unimaginable dangers and unseen scars, these grounds are a place to recover and face any challenges head-on. As veterans and first responders ourselves, we know that battle all too well. From a simple talk with a friend on horseback to an entire debrief in the barn, this sanctuary has seen recovery take place time and time again. No hour of life is wasted that is spent in a saddle. The way we approach change isn't a new phenomenon. This animal has been with humans over 5,000 years. If you've ever been around a horse for long enough, you'll feel that thing, that electric trust. In that moment, nothing else is in your mind. When they turn into you, it's like the world disappears. We harness that moment to build skills off of. Repurposing requires flexibility, adaptability, and the willingness to challenge assumptions and conventional thinking. This approach can be applied to many areas in life, including business, education, and personal growth. To ride a horse is to fly without wings. This lesson and skills learned at War Horses will help reintegrate back into daily life. You'll learn coping mechanisms, improved communication skills, trust and confidence that will help reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. These tools can be used every day to navigate life and take on many challenges. This may involve practicing mindfulness, setting boundaries, improving communication with loved ones. Transitioning back to society is hard on your own. And when you're at War Horses, you're family. And families solve problems together.
Сьогодні ти знову написала, що тобі страшно. І я знову попрошу. Ні, сьогодні я накажу відставити боятись. Погладь за мене Бармалея і спокійно лягай спати. До речі, як там у Русі в школі? Скажи тату берегти серце і обійняти маму. І взагалі, давайте усміхатися. Ваші силі краса. Допомагайте один одному і виручайте. Цілуйте любимих. Святкуйте свою свободу. Ви за нашими спинами, ось такі теж надійні, не ховаєтеся, прикриваєте нас із тилу. Зробіть так, щоб ми пишалися вами. І ми повернемось. Повернемось і будемо жити.